Hi, I'm Dr. Jess Danaher. I am a senior lecturer in nutrition at RMIT University. The courses that I teach are nutrition, health and disease, and food toxicology, allergens and health. I teach those at RMIT at our Melbourne campus, but I also teach these courses in Nanjing in China as well. My teaching philosophy has evolved over time at RMIT. In 2019, in my second year of teaching, I really decided to change up the way that I taught and adopt a lot of blended learning styles in my teaching. So the standard pre-recorded lectures that were snipped up into easy to digest sound bites, which works perfect for nutrition. I would also then repurpose that time where lectures weren't running anymore to run workshops. So bringing in the activities in those sessions, instead of sending students home to do those in their own time, they were able to do those with me. It was really great. That kind of teaching was a lot more engaging and fun, and I've kept it up over the last couple of years, really refined it since then. And now my course evaluation scores at RMIT really hit the ceiling. I try to do a lot of active and authentic learning in my teaching. When I say active, I'm talking about weekly workshops where we are doing activities that really cement the learning from that content. So it's really meaningful, engaging learning environments, and that could include gamified elements. Gamification has really been shown in the literature to help with the teaching of science education and boost students' motivation. It's something I've definitely seen in my classes. Students are coming, the attendance is through the roof, because when they are on campus with me, they're actually doing things. Those courses aren't just games. We also do case studies and team tasks and problem-based learning as well. I try to make authentic assessments where students can complete creativity enabled and interest led assignments based on where they think that their career is going or something that personally motivates them. So I can do that by simply setting a variety of topics and getting them to select their own. That's the easiest way that can happen. But students can also negotiate an assessment with me. And funnily enough, usually when I say that they can negotiate an assessment, they end up picking one of mine anyway. But the psychology of choice plays a role there where the students have had that option. I also have a couple of assignments where students have to create things like an education resource for a particular target audience using different e-platforms. So again, it's creativity enabled. My role here is to really bounce around between the students, find out what they're doing, why they're doing, and prompt them with questions. I see my role in those kind of assignments to be that of a football coach. I do a lot of the inspiring, but the way that they kind of kick their goals and how they kick their goals is up to them. I've also set the goalposts, so that would be in the form of the rubrics. I certainly walk away from my workshops feeling very energized. And one of the reasons is that I get to meet all my students, as opposed to standing up the front and delivering a lecture or even doing that on an online setting. I get to float around between the tables, find out about my students and really build rapport with them, which again helps when it comes to things like attendance and their overall scores and their overall motivation in class, as well as the course evaluation surveys. I've also taken these blended learning approaches over to China, and the blended learning really works over there. And I did a survey over there a little while ago where students were reporting that over their time where I was doing that burst mode blended learning style teaching, that they had experienced improvements in their confidence when it came to their ability to speak in English and to read in English and to understand those science concepts, more so than other cohorts where I have just taught in a very didactic, traditional style. The award that I ended up winning was the 2022 Teaching Excellence Award in the Early Career category with the Australian Awards for University Teaching. And that was huge for me. It was a fantastic recognition of not just my discipline expertise and the way that I have improved student learning outcomes and inspired and motivated my students, and also helped peers and colleagues do the same. I've been a member of many committees, including leading our education strategy at RMIT, parts of those discussions, as well as articulated some of the work I do in different social media media platforms and podcasts that have gone not just to Australia or around Australia, but to many other countries as well. So it was great recognition of my work over the last couple of years. I think that the best leaders are the leaders that work collaboratively with people, work alongside them to build them up, as opposed to issue directives. And I really wanted that to come across in my teaching style. So this award really shows to me that that's now the type of leader that I am or am capable of being, and it's something I'm really proud of. Opportunities in the last 2 months as well have included invitations to speak at things like executive leadership forums and visit other universities. So this is the 2 months that have followed being a recipient of that award. I have also been invited to join as a fellow of the International Federation of National Teaching Fellows, which is a huge honour. When it came to the nomination process, this was pretty straightforward for me. So I had actually already won the RMIT Vice Chancellor's Teaching Excellence Award in 2021. So with my application, it was a similar structure to the AAUT applications. All I had to do was really remove any RMIT jargon that was RMIT talk to make it more appropriate for anybody in the Australian panel that was reading it. So that was my number one step. The other was to add any fantastic things and any and all fantastic things that I had done in the year between those two awards. So there was a bit of editing to do to try to get it all together. Advice I would give to any future nominees, start early and don't give up. If you don't get it the first time, to keep building that application. I have, with other applications before, started the process and realized, oh, you know what, this isn't my year. I need some more evidence, and then been really strategic in going and gathering that evidence so I can show impact when it comes to my initiatives. I wish you the very best in your application.